Good morning. This is Driving with Miles. If you haven't done so already, you need to subscribe to my channel. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. I'm certified in North America, so today we're going to talk about driving in the rain, reversing our car, and making some lane changes. So let's go ahead and get it. So I'm going to be reversing my vehicle. I do have a backup camera, but let's not use that. Let's learn to look out of our back window and turn our head. So as you back up, you want to cover the brake. Cover the brake means you have your foot on the brake, you reverse back slowly. So I'm looking left, I'm looking right, and then I actually put my right arm over the passenger seat. This turns my body so I can look. And you always want to be careful, always want to watch for kids and cars, and be aware of your surroundings. Now you want to cut your wheel to the right. You cut the steering wheel to the right, the rear will go to the right, the front will swing out to the left. And as the front swings out to the left, you always want to look around. Now you look, you check, you put the car in drive. You want to get your car properly centered to the right. It is raining, so you want to make sure your windshield wipers are on at moderate speed. You want to take your time. You have to be safe. Safety is no accident. So we're driving toward the end of the block. The speed control is pretty good here. We want to be under 20 miles an hour. We always want to be safe. So I'm at about 15. I'm just checking my mirrors, get those mirrors properly adjusted. So when you're driving, you can just simply look and check. So I have to go up to the corner and make a right turn. So right about 100 feet, a half a block, I turn on my right turn signal. So I'm going up to the edge, and I'm covering my brake. I'm looking for cars, I'm looking for pedestrians. There's no stop line here, but I'm stopping before the stop sign. So you stop before the stop sign or at the stop line. Now you have to inch forward. You gotta look ahead, you gotta inch forward, you gotta scan. So I've stopped. I now have a choice. Do I want to go? Do I want to wait? I'm looking for a safe gap. So there's a car that just pulled out. My first lane is open. I look, I check. I'm going to turn into the nearest lane. And when you accelerate in your turn, you want to accelerate out and get right up to speed. You want to have your front defroster on. So your front windows and rear windows do not get foggy. So you want to definitely have those things set. You want to give yourself more time to slow down because it is wet out here. It is a little bit foggy. So you want to gradually slow down. On your DMV test, your road test. Your DMV test will sit in the passenger seat. They will have a clipboard. They will mark off your stopping maneuvers, your turning maneuvers, your observation maneuvers. Whenever you stop, you want to see the rear of the tires in front of you and around of the vehicle. Because if you have a rear-end collision, someone hits you, you'll have the first collision. If someone hit you, you'll avoid the second front collision. So always keep room. You always want to scan through intersections. I'm going with the flow of the traffic. The speed limit is 50, but we're at about 39 miles an hour. There's a truck to my left, kind of almost in the blind spot, but I'm going to go ahead and take my time. And sometimes you can't control the flow of the traffic. In my other content, I always mention that you should try to get out of trucks blind spots as soon as possible. This is true. But also, you have to drive safely and drive based on the conditions. We have something called the basic speed law. You have to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. Even though the speed limit is 50, I'm at about 43 miles an hour. It's raining, it's bad weather. You do not want to be right on top of cars because in some locations, they can give your road test 24 hours a day. As long as the weather is not too harsh, you're going to be out here taking your road test. So I'm maintaining speed. There's actually a vehicle in my blind spot to my left. There's another vehicle with their truck bed down carrying something. So I'm deciding to keep my space, stay in my lane. So I'm having good speed control right now, taking my time. And that's what you want to be able to demonstrate to the road tester, is taking your time. There's a certain number of lane changes and turns and intersections that you'll be going through. So let's kind of talk about this again. I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why? I bring value. I'm a certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I believe I have around 127 videos uploaded. prepare you for the road test, prepare you for the things you need to do to pass your test, parking maneuvers, parallel parking maneuvers, lane changing. So bring value. I appreciate you all. Please like, please subscribe, leave comments. Thank you.